Every day I'm in search for Fast Casual 2.0. I've been lucky enough to find a few in the past 5 years, but they are few and far between. They are like a rare piece of art, where the artist almost intentionally hides his or her craft, causing you to search for the artistry that much more. When you walk into Chop Shop, the casual urban eatery, you realize you have stepped into a second reality of what fast casual can and will become very soon. The demand of the consumer is getting more educated and more adventurous, and this demand is breeding a new flock of chefs that are taking the plunge into unknown waters. You can't imagine the fast casual menus can be presented like this. You will embrace the art and food so much you may find yourself falling into the mesmerizing plating design by executive chef Clint Wangsnes.
This is quite a spot you have here. I love it.
It's cool, huh?
Nestled into a nice little community here in Denver. What were you thinking when you started Chop Shop? Because you're not the typical fast casual entrepreneur.
No, we're not. No, I'm not, actually. This Chop Shop came about really out of just me having a family. I had a kid and really started rethinking my culinary, future and just where I wanted to go with the food style and everything. And I, at the time was running a high volume, high-end restaurant downtown. And I knew that that's not the avenue I wanted to stay with. And I wanted to open something more intimate and more geared towards just the casual diner. So that's kind of where Chop Shop was birthed. And of course, it's just evolved from there.
Now you guys have mixed in kind of this full service approach. So you've got a typical fast casual queue. Customer comes to the counter, they place an order. But when you get to the counter, it almost stops being fast casual, at least what I've seen from the restaurant.
And that was the other element that we wanted to bring into it.
Yeah.
My partner and I, we felt that is one area that the fast casuals weren't delivering on. The steps of service stopped as soon as you ordered your food. We wanted much more service element to it to make you feel like you were cared about.
Yeah. Now you guys are doing a lot of craft beer.
Right, all local.
Yeah, so how is that? I mean, do you feel like that is something that really draws in the local crowd? Is it something that's just had to be on the menu?
I think as a whole, craft beer right now is, it's
exploding.
It's exploding, It was always important to us to have a better beverage program because, again, that was one of the elements that we thought was lacking. The Chipotles and the Qdobas out there, they didn't think about that element until after the fact.
Yeah, kind of extending.
They brought in, Chipotle, for example, brought in the margarita afterwards. Know, it was everybody looked around like, oh, they got Patron margaritas. I knew it was important that to have good quality beverage program as well, because everybody wants to drink good spirits or drink good soda for that matter, and eat good food.
Well, talking about the menu, what are some of the things we're going to see today?
So we've got a full sous vide program here. That's the other thing, bringing in the fine dining element as well. That gives us the ability to do consistency, have consistent food, as well as fantastic, phenomenal food done perfect every time.
All right, well, great. Well, let's get to it.
Cool.
All right, Clint, so here we are. Now this is, wow, what a spread you guys have here. Probably some of the best looking food I've seen on our show. Great presentation, good stuff.
Yeah, it's all about presentation. You eat with your eyes first.
Yeah, absolutely. Clint, let's walk a little bit through culinary lane here. What are we starting with?
So, the whole idea with Chop Shop is to have a little of everything. You've got your entrees, you've got great sandwiches, soups, salads. Everything that we did, we wanted to be unique. We didn't want to be the run-of-the-mill, everyday, casual approach restaurant.
Right.
We wanted to set the bar high. So even with our sandwiches, there's a lot of prep and thought that goes into them. This is my take on a healthier pastrami. We use all natural chicken breast that we get from Boulder. We take that and treat it as you would any beef pastrami. We cure it, smoke it, and then we slow roast it sous vide.
Nice.
And then it gets shaved thin, and then it goes on to toasted rye, a Wanbach slaw, Napa cabbage, roasted corn, black beans, all tossed with a spicy aioli that we use a little bit of sambal and chipotle.
Right.
And then we serve that with our house-made potato chips that are a mixture of not just potato, but it's potato, yuca, and taro root.
Oh, nice. What are we looking at here with
this
the
is
salmon?
our salmon dish.
Nice.
It's marinated in achiote, which is one of my favorite ingredients. It's a Mexican annatto seed paste.
Okay, yeah.
That we make it with a little roasted garlic, olive oil, and then the achiote itself.
Wow.
Marinate the salmon overnight, and then it just gets grilled. It's served on top of some fresh baby spinach that's been lightly sauteed. Cilantro couscous. On the side, all of our entrees get a little bit of extra sauce as well as they are dressed. But that's my play on a Chinese black bean and garlic sauce.
Okay, yeah, nice.
And then just a quick pickle of cucumber noodle to garnish with. This is our short rib. This is our signature dish. So it's a boneless short rib braised or sous vide for 48 hours. 2 days we cook it. Then that comes out, we grill it to order. Again, the grilling process of that is 5 minutes.
One of my favorite dishes, that's for sure.
So this is my take on a French onion soup. I love it. My wife loves it. It's one of my favorite soups out there. But it's also one of the most, I think, abused soups out there.
Really?
That,
okay.
You know, sometimes it just doesn't come out. It's oversalted, or
Right.
The onion doesn't shine through. With this one, I really wanted the onion to shine through. So it's more of an onion soup than a traditional French onion soup. But we take the onions and we sous vide them for 72 hours.
Okay.
So 3 days they cook low and slow at 179 degrees. Then after that, we take that and use that as the base for our soup that we then mount with veal stock.
Right.
Tons of herbs. And then a little bit of my, ingredient flair, soy sauce, sambal.
Right.
And then we serve the crouton on the side. We've gotten some flack for that. But I think I've had many a French onion soup that have a spongy,
Yep. No doubt about
lame
it.
crouton on the
Yeah,
inside, and it kind of
absolutely.
ruins it. So
Yeah.
this gives you the ability to still get that texture of a crunchy piece of bread.
Yeah, and I think you're on to something with this kind of this elevation of fast casual, where the value's still there, great
Right.
price points, speed is still somewhat within range of what someone's expecting to do, whether it's a lunch or maybe even a quick dinner before a movie. So, which has always been the strong suits fast casual. So I think you guys are hitting on all cylinders, and the way that you prep these, this is pretty impressive operations you've got here.
Yeah, and that's the best part. We've got systems and we've got everything in place to do this exactly like this every time. So,
what's the future for you guys? What are you thinking here?
our goal is to grow the company. I don't think we have a future plan set in stone yet. We're kind of rolling with the punches with it. Our goal is to open multiple stores, though. I think
Right.
there's a market for what we have, and we're excited to bring it to other markets and other people out there.
Clint, thanks so much for letting us come in to Chop Shop. This has been a blast. What a spread. Amazing.
Thanks for coming in. Thanks for having us.